Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to the Maharashtra Seamless Limited Q1 FY2024 earnings conference call hosted by PhillipCapital India Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vikas Singh from PhillipCapital India Private Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Maharashtra Seamless Q1 FY24 earnings Concall. From the management side, today we have with us Mr. D.P. Jindal, Chairman, and Mr. Kaushal Bengani, Deputy General Manager, Investor Relationship and Finance. Without taking any much time, I would hand over the call to Mr. Kaushal Bengani for the opening remarks. Over to you, Kaushal.
Thank you, Vikas. Good afternoon and thank you for joining our earnings call. We are pleased to let you know that we have been able to continue our strong performance going into the new financial year. In Q1 FY24, we have been able to improve upon our margins despite lower production on account of preventive maintenance and seasonal factors. I will briefly summarize key financial indicators. In Q1 FY24, our revenue decreased by 7% from Q1 FY23. However, our EBITDA increased by 6%, PAT and EPS increased by 48% and 45% respectively from corresponding quarter of last year. This was achieved despite lower production and dispatches and only indicates strength of our operations and business. Apart from financials, there are three key points which we would like to draw attention to. Firstly, we've become 100% debt-free in Q1 FY24. We were always net debt-free and now we have become 100% gross debt-free with cash reserves in excess of 1,000 crores. We had informed shareholders regarding prepayment of debt around a year ago and we have been able to complete that timely. Secondly, we have commenced the capital expenditure schedule which we had given out. Our plans of capital expenditure by acquisition of land was started in Q1 FY24 and we'll use this land for installation of finishing facilities at our Telangana unit. We are in the process of placing orders for relevant machinery and will try to complete as early as possible. Another key point to note in Q1 FY24 was inclusion of Maharashtra Seamless in MSCI. We were made part of the Morgan Stanley Capital Invest India Domestic Small Cap Index from the 1st of June. This type of recognition reaffirms that our journey is on the right path. The consequent doubling of foreign institutional investor holding from 2.84% to 5.96% within a span of a quarter is another feather in our cap. I would now like to take you through the presentation. In the quarterly highlights, you will note that our EBITDA margin has improved and our PAT margin has remained the same. Despite lower sales, this is on account of execution of good orders and our ability to control costs. On the next slide, I've given a quarterly comparison and you will note that our strong performance is clearly reflected. We have a revenue figure of 1,256 crores with profit of 216 crores. In Q1 FY24, some portion of the accumulated losses and unabsorbed depreciation which we had was also utilized. The next slide talks about the annual highlights of Maharashtra Seamless, which was given earlier as well. Slide 8 talks about operational and financial performance. Our EBITDA in quarter 1 FY24 is at 204 crores from seamless division and 11 crores from ERW division. This level of EBITDA is almost the same as it was in Q1 FY23, despite lower sales. Our EBITDA per ton in the seamless segment has improved, and the lower production was on account of preventive maintenance shutdown that we've taken in our Telangana unit. The next slide is about the EBITDA mix. In Q1 FY24, 83% of EBITDA was generated from the seamless segment, with the balance 17% coming from ERW, renewable and the rig segment. Going forward, we expect this to be the segmentation between each of the divisions, and their contribution towards overall EBITDA should be along same lines. Our unquoted equity preference share investments and ICDs are detailed on the next slide. You will note that ICDs have continued to decline, and we expect them to be fully realized by March 2024. Our liquid investments, both long-term and short-term, have increased. We are now sitting on cash reserves in excess of 1,000 crores, and we are pleased to be in this position. After adjusting for ICDs given, we are closer to 1,100 crores of net cash. There were two long-term loans which were availed a few years ago in Maharashtra Seamless, both of which have been prepaid in full in October 2022 and June 2023 in view of sufficient internal accruals and rising interest rates. Corporate guarantee continues to reduce as per the schedule committed. Our order book as on 25th July stands at 1,725 crores, with 51% of the order book coming in from the upstream segment and the balance coming in from the exports, downstream and other segments. We expect margins to remain steady based on current trend of seamless pipes. This is because our order book is supported by back-to-back booking of raw material, leading to locking of margins and negating impact of fluctuating raw material prices. The capital allocation schedule, which we had given earlier, which is primarily about capital expenditure, is detailed on the next slide. We have commenced installation of the finishing facility at our Telangana unit, and we will try to complete this as soon as possible. There will be no requirement of any debt of any kind for going ahead with this capital expenditure plan. The next few slides talk about the government policies, sales and marketing update, and the market trends which are currently in place. A key point to note in terms of domestic demand is that India's oil demand is projected to rise 50% to 7.2 million barrels per day in 2030 from 4.8 million barrels per day in 2019. Our natural gas demand is also projected to double to 133 BCM in 2030 from 64 BCM in 2019. India also plans to double its oil refining capacity to 450 million tons in the next 10 years to meet rising domestic fuel demand as well as to cater to the export market. There are other factors which are prevailing in the market right now, and we would appreciate if you can take some time out to go through slides 17 and 18 so that there will be a better understanding of the demand drivers which we are experiencing. The shareholding structure is detailed on the next slide. FII holding has doubled more than doubled, in fact, from 2.84% to 5.96%. DII holding has also increased. Number of SIIs have also increased significantly. Promoters continue to hold 67.8% of the total equity. That concludes the presentation, and I would now request Vikas to take it forward from here.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now begin with the question and answer session. Anyone wishing to ask a question may please press star and 1 on your touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Samrat Jadhav from Prosperity Wealth Advisors. Please go ahead. Hello, Samrat.
Yeah, am I audible now?
Yes, sir. Please proceed.
Yeah. So my question is on the raw material prices. Whether you see an upside into the raw material prices or on a lower side, and what is the view on your export orders?
Well, I'm DP Jindal here. Raw material prices, steel price in general is going down, and how much? I will say 10% already reduced, and we are hoping that it will establish at these prices. These prices. Regarding export, last 2-3 months there was a slackness in the export market, particularly in USA. And now we are hoping that it will go up because the rig count is also going up in USA. Yeah.
Right. So recently when UK has announced some oil explorations also across, so do we have any opportunities there?
Yes, we do export to UK also.
Yeah.
And mainly Canada and USA.
Okay. And this raw material prices, if it comes down, will it have a beneficial on our EBITDA margin?
Yeah, this like Kaushal was saying, our EBITDA margin was better in last quarter. Right. So one of the factor was that the steel price has gone down and our order booking was at a higher price.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, and best of luck for the next quarter.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Prateek Chheda from Lucky Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, sir, could you give some volume outlook in ERW and seamless for FY24? And I see that we have capacity available in seamless. So wondering this 850 crore of expansion that we have lined up, is it expanding any capacity?
Actually, we have shown in Telangana plant 2 lakh ton. Actually, we can finish, our plant is 2 lakh ton, but we can finish pipe only 1 lakh ton. Okay. So, we are adding only finishing facilities to finish another 1 lakh ton. So, so that we can utilize 2 lakh ton plant there.
So, this finishing facility is 850 crores investment?
No.
No, finishing facilities is 184 crores. There are other aspects of capital expenditure which we have detailed on one of the slides in our presentation.
Yeah, I am seeing that slide. So that is slide number 14. But is it expanding any capacity?
Not the 184 crores capital expenditure.
Sorry?
The 184 crores capital expenditure will be for finishing facilities only. We already have capacity in United Seamless. of production of 2 lakh tons, out of which we are currently able to finish only 1 lakh tons.
Total capacity is 6 lakh tons.
6,50,000.
I understand.
6,50,000. So that will remain there. It will not expand.
So I understood the first 2 line items, USTPL, solar plant and heat treatment, in which 100,000 finishing line, which was not with capacity, instead of able to utilize 100,000, will be able to utilize 200,000. I understand that. But other than that, whatever is mentioned down, which is 350 crore hot mill upgrade, OCTG line, 95 crore, all this, will any of it expand any capacity?
Not in tonnage. It will expand in the value addition.
Okay.
And maintenance of the plant and upgradation of the plant.
Okay. My second question was, if you could share the volume outlook for seamless tubes and ERW?
We expect a 5 to 10% growth in terms of tonnage, and that is the outlook which we had given earlier as well.
Okay. And my last question is, sir, it's nice to see the ICDs and the corporate guarantees continuously reducing from our balance sheet. We have these oil rig investments which we have done, and some of the rigs are also then placed with either with sharing or given out to Jindal Drill. So is the group looking at reducing those transactions or investments as well, and bifurcating the businesses, let's say rigs in Jindal Drill and tubes over here? Any such thought process?
Yeah, we are continuously processing that. Like at one time, Jindal Drilling had no rig at all. All the rigs were in Singapore, and investment by the group. So now Jindal Drilling owns 2 rigs at present. At third, in next few months, we are buying 3rd rig also. So we are in process that all the rigs goes to Jindal Drilling. Yes, that's right. And the investments are also spread up.
Okay. That will help in simplification of the structure of all companies, and we had stated this earlier as well, that we want to simplify our corporate structure, which is why we have also amalgamated United Seamless with Maharashtra Seamless, since both companies are in same line of business.
Okay. So from Maharashtra Seamless, now what is the equity investment in drilling companies?
If you go to slide 10, that has been detailed out.
Just a minute, sir. Slide 10. 10. Okay. So this is the Maharashtra Seamless Singapore.
Yes. So there is equity investment of 39 crores in Maharashtra Seamless Singapore and Jindal Pipe Singapore combined, and preference share investment of 215 crores in Maharashtra Seamless Singapore.
Okay, so this is the total investments. And
total equity and preference share investment. In addition to that, Maharashtra Seamless owns 1 rig.
In its own books.
Yes.
Okay. Now this two, the Maharashtra Seamless Jindal Pipe, these two put together is 2 rigs, right?
No. Jindal Pipe Singapore is 1 rig. Maharashtra Seamless Singapore has equity investments in companies which own rigs.
Okay. Companies which own rig. Okay. Okay, done. Thank you very much, and all the best to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Bhavin Cheda from Enam Holdings. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, Mr. Jindal and Kaushal and the management team. Excellent performance all through. Just a few questions. Based on present capacity and the ongoing expansion, what would be the optimum seamless pipe production and ERW pipe production you will be able to do in 3 years' time?
So, last financial year, we had dispatched 436,000 tons of seamless pipes, and 82,000 tons of ERW pipes. Next current financial year, we expect a 5 to 10% growth in our tonnage, and that is the only guidance which we are able to give right now. However, we are aware that we are sitting on substantial cash, and we are interested in any opportunity where we can get IRR of more than 20%. We would want to capitalize on that.
Okay, sure. Kaushal, I'm not asking on guidance. I'm saying based on the installed capacity, how much would be the maximum?
Out of installed capacity of 650,000 tons, we have 550,000 tons active. Against 550,000, we have dispatched 436,000.
Okay, that is including United Seamless.
Including United Seamless. So now we are installing finishing facilities in United Seamless, which will increase our active capacity from 550 to 650.
Okay. And ERW, we are not doing anything?
No.
So next year, you can see this 436 will become 536, somewhere like that.
Sure. Okay. And the other thing, on the in seamless pipes, regarding different grades of pipe, so what would be like current mix between 0 to 7 inch, 7 to 14 inch, and tubular high value products? What exactly is the current product mix like? And how much you classify to be value added and earning very good margins? Your entire portfolio is a good margin product, but I'm saying if you want to classify...
It depends on all size-wise, there is no difference. Only difference is whether it is alloy pipe or carbon steel pipe. Carbon steel has less price. Alloy steel will be costly. So that is the difference.
Okay. And currently, what would be the exports percentage in seamless pipes?
Exports percentage would be around 10 to 12% in previous quarter.
Okay. Thank you and best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company. Please go ahead.
जी नमस्कार जिंदल साहब, नमस्कार कौशल जी। सर फर्स्टली सर, जैसे आपने ऑर्डर बुक की जो क्लोजिंग वैल्यू दी है 1700 जी सर, हेलो, 1725 करोड़ की सर ऑर्डर बुक की क्लोजिंग वैल्यू है। जब हम लोग लास्ट का ऑर्डर बुक की क्लोजिंग वैल्यू देख रहे थे तो वो 2063 थी। तो सर अभी क्या आप ऑर्डर बुकिंग का पेस कुछ स्लोअर देख रहे हैं, या इस पर अगर आप कुछ टिप्पणी करें कि क्या कारण से इस बार हमारी ऑर्डर बुक की क्लोजिंग, क्योंकि सर इसमें हमारा एग्जीक्यूशन भी लोअर रहा है बिकॉज ऑफ द फैक्टर्स जो आपने आगे बताए, तो ये नंबर को कैसे देखना चाहिए सर?
ये कितना बेसिकली दिस ऑयल सेक्टर दे प्लेस ऑर्डर इन बल्क क्वांटिटी। सो लास्ट क्वार्टर में ऑयल सेक्टर से ऑर्डर्स आए थे, so which we have supplied. So इस क्वार्टर में थोड़े कम ऑर्डर बुक है, but again next quarter when ONGC will place order, so order book will go up.
तो ये सर ये ऐसे एक एनोमली है, मैंने ये जरूरी, ये ट्रेंड नहीं है, इससे कोई ट्रेंड चेंजिंग
इट्स नॉट वेरी कांस्टेंट, और थोड़ा एक्सपोर्ट इज वीक दिस क्वार्टर।
जी सर, ये आपने उल्लेख किया कि एक्सपोर्ट कमजोर है थोड़ा। तो सर क्या फैक्टर्स हैं एक्चुअली एक्सपोर्ट के लिए की धीमी गति के का कारण सर?
यूएस मार्केट मेनली।
सर आपके प्रेजेंटेशन में आपने ये पॉइंट मेंशन किया है कि एमएसएल कंटिन्यूज टू फोकस ऑन गेटिंग लाइसेंस फॉर प्रीमियम कनेक्शन व्हिच विल इमीडिएटली एनेबल इट टू बिड इन प्रीमियम कनेक्शन टेंडर्स। सर इफ यू कुड थ्रो सम लाइट, इस पर अगर आप उल्लेख करते किस प्रकार का मार्केट हम मार्केट साइज इससे देख रहे हैं, व्हाट आर वी ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन इन टर्म्स ऑफ द बिजनेस अपॉर्चुनिटी इन दिस प्रीमियम कनेक्शन सेगमेंट?
लाइसेंस वर्ल्ड में 3-4 कंपनियों के पास लाइसेंस है
जी सर.
So we have to take permission from them. It's a monopolistic item or patented item. So and the requirement is at present we can manufacture about 25,000 tons of premium joints, which is required in ONGC, and if the foreign party permits, we can export also. So this is the added value is quite good. So about you can say when we are selling P110 pipe at $1,500 per ton, these premium joints are $2,500 per ton.
Sir, if I correctly remember, we had earlier with Tenisar, we had an agreement for this premium connection.
We have already produced these pipes, and we had a collaboration with Tanneries. So, but that joint venture was not working now. You can see one of our subsidiary also there, Jindal Premium. So in that company we had a joint venture with Tanneries. But now we are talking with another Japanese company for the license.
And when will that get 55, sir? How long will it take? Before that, we won't be able to continue the sale. We won't be able to sell. That is what you are trying to explain.
Without license, we cannot.
Okay. So how long will it take, sir, for us to get through this?
Well, we are trying maybe within this year. We can start.
Okay. सर कौशल जी, आपने जैसे 5 से 10% का जो वॉल्यूम ग्रोथ के लिए गाइड किया है, इफ वी लुक एट द एबिटा पर टन, सर एबिटा पर टन सीमलेस सेगमेंट में 22,000 रुपए के ऊपर थे. तो सर अगर आप जिस प्रकार से 22,758 जो आपने मेंशन किया है, तो वॉल्यूम के लिए आप बता रहे हैं सर, अभी जो करंट हमारी ऑर्डर बुकिंग है उसके अनुसार सर एबिटा पर टन का ट्रेजेक्ट्री भी 22,000 प्लस ही हम एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं फॉर द सीमलेस पार्ट, क्योंकि एआरडब्ल्यू काफी एरेटिक रहता है आपका.
मार्जिन हमारे अच्छे ही रहेंगे और हमारा ऑर्डर बुक भी अच्छा रहेगा. अभी जैसे सर ने कहा कि आगे ऑर्डर एक्सपेक्टेड है, तो उस बेसिस पे हम कह सकते हैं कि मार्जिन हमारा अच्छा रहेगा.
जी सर, मैं मार्जिन के पॉइंट पे करेक्ट हुआ सर. मैं सिर्फ एबिटा जो आपने इस क्वार्टर में पोस्ट किया है सिर्फ सीमलेस सेगमेंट का, वो हायर है सर, इवन हायर देन द Q4 क्वार्टर जो आपका बड़ा क्वार्टर था इन टर्म्स ऑफ डिस्पैचेस. 22,000 प्लस रहा. तो हम सिर्फ ट्रेजेक्ट्री समझना चाह रहे थे कि 22,000 हायर साइड पे दिखना चाहिए कि 22,000 का 21 से 22,000 का एक बेस हम मान के आपकी टनेज का ऊपर एक बॉलपार्क नंबर बना सकते हैं.
मतलब 20,000 is a thumb rule, you can say.
20,000 प्रोडक्ट.
Yeah.
ओके सर. नहीं सर, अभी जो कैश जो आपका बुक्स में है अराउंड 1,000 करोड़ का सर, आई थिंक सो अर्लियर ऑल्सो इट वॉज इन्फॉर्म टू अस दैट वी आर कंटेम्पलेटिंग वेज बाय विच you will be returning cash or increasing shareholder value. Increasing shareholder value means even the value will increase for the promoters also. So anything on conclusion, sir, that you have thought of? Because over the last 2 quarters, I think so the promoters have also not bought any further stake in the company, which I think so Jinder साहब आपसे जब लास्ट बात हुई तो आपने एक इंडिकेशन दिया था कि you are interested in taking your stake up to 75%. That is the limit. अभी करेंटली लास्ट 2 क्वार्टर में कोई चेंज नहीं है. तो ये 1,000 करोड़ जो कैश आपके पास बुक्स में है अभी, इसको सर आप कैसे शेयर होल्डर्स को रिवॉर्ड करने में यूज करना चाहेंगे? क्या इसका आपका रूपरेखा होगी सर?
नहीं, प्रोमोटर्स होल्डिंग बढ़ाने से मतलब ये कैश यूज नहीं हो रहा है. दैट इज प्रोमोटर्स मनी इज यूटिलाइज्ड.
हाँ.
This cash is not utilized for that. So, let's see. We are waiting for the opportunity and see what happens. Certainly, the money is in good hands. So, either we have an expansion plan, and if some big opportunity is there to grab some similar industry, similar plant, so we are in lookout for that.
In any way, you are not returning the capital. You are looking for growth capital. Use it as a growth capital rather than returning back to the investors. This is what your thought process is.
Well, we want to watch whether if there is a growth opportunity is there or not.
Right, sir. I'll join the queue, sir, for my follow-up, sir, and all the best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Riya Mehta from Equitas Investments. Please go ahead. I'm so sorry, sir, but we are unable to hear you. Hello?
Am I audible?
No, ma'am, your audio is breaking up.
Hi.
Ma'am, may we request you to join the queue? We are unable to hear you. As there's no response from the current participant, we'll move on to the next. That is on the line of Radha from B&K Securities. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. Congratulations on your good results. My first question was that Mr. Jindal said that volumes from 4.3 to 5.3, whereas you are guiding that is giving about 20% growth. And, you also guided 5 to 10% volume growth. So, just wanted more clarity on...
Yes, so the reason why it will go up by 1 lakh tons is because we are installing finishing facilities at our unit in Telangana.
No, yes, sir, I understood. I'm talking about the sales volume.
Yes.
That's right. What I said, 4.3 to 5.3, it may be spread in 2 years. From today, 1 year means it will be spread in 2 years.
Okay, sir. Okay. So, secondly, could you help me understand the EBITDA per ton profile in the ERW? We are seeing a lot of volatility in this, and primarily that is because of the mix, I understand, but could you throw some more light on this?
Margins are expected to remain good. We have a good order book, and the market is strong, and we expect margins to remain good.
Okay, sir. And sir, is there, so we are going to participate in upcoming projects in US and Canada. So, can you give some light on how the realization and EBITDA per ton is in domestic vis-a-vis exports market?
We do not share that information.
Okay, sir. And sir, as per the latest data, we are seeing that US rig count is 664 in July as against 755 a year ago. So on what basis are we seeing an improvement in exports volume?
So the rig counts which have declined, they are primarily land rigs, where consumption of pipes is lower than those rigs which operated offshore. Because the rig count currently reflects a decline in land rigs, and a lot of our pipes are sold to offshore projects, wherein we get a good demand, which is why we believe that the export market is expected to revive very shortly.
Okay, sir. And so just lastly, a basic question. So in the exports market, given that, you're seeing higher traction from exports, so as pipes are bulky products, so transportation and packaging costs for the pipes in the export market would be higher. So just wanted to understand what is the price difference between the landed cost of our products in the export market of ours versus the peers in those markets?
Freight costs are borne by the customer, and we don't want to share specific costing.
Okay, sir. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Riya Mehta from Equitas Investments. Please go ahead.
Hello. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Hello.
Yes. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah. My first question is, what is the loss of volume due to maintenance shutdown this quarter?
Around 10,000 tons.
Okay. And actually, as of 31st June, basically for drill pipes, the order book number remains same. So has the execution not started as yet for drill as well as cylinder pipe?
So the order for drill pipes has a long delivery schedule. So we have not started execution for those pipes yet.
So when will this start, and what are the margins like for this?
Margins are good, and we expect it to start in this quarter.
Okay. And what will be the capacity utilization of USTPL?
USTPL capacity utilization is almost 90%, because last year we, against a capacity of 1 lakh tons, we dispatched 88,000 tons.
Right. Okay. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Pratiksha Daftari from Equitas Investments. Please go ahead.
My questions are covered. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. The next question is from the line of Mahesh Ganantra, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you get me, madam? Hello?
Please proceed.
Yeah. First of all, I want to congratulate for achieving very good EBITDA margin. But the most disappointing part is the loss in sales due to shutdown in Q1. Now, was this shutdown not, I think it was not announced in the last conference meeting. Was it a sudden shutdown? What was the reason for that?
This was a preventive maintenance shutdown. It is taken after approval of the technical in charge of the relevant mill. As soon as the shutdown was taken, we had informed the stock exchanges.
Okay. How long it lasted actually? How long the shutdown lasted, sir?
15 days.
15 days. So the loss of production was for 15 days. Right. Now, coming back to the dispatches forecast for the current year, which will be about 5% to 10% more in comparison to the last year, do you think you will be able to make up for the deficiency in the loss of production in the next 3 quarters?
We maintain that position. That is why we have given same guidance.
All right. Yeah. So that means virtually we'll have to, our dispatches should touch almost about 375K MT in the next 3 quarters. So that's feasible.
Yes.
Okay. And at what stage has the process of installation of finished line at Telangana plant has reached now?
The installation has not started yet. We have acquired land and we are in the process of placing orders for relevant machinery.
Okay. Any likelihood of starting the additional line before the end of the current year?
No.
No. Okay. Now, 1 minute, sir. Yeah, and then you have an order book position which has come down now to 1735 for this quarter. In spite of your low production and dispatches in the first quarter, why the order book is low?
Order book is not low. If you look at our order book, it is at almost all-time highs.
Okay.
1 year ago or 2 years ago, we used to have an order book of 800 to 1,000 crores. That has gone up to 2,000 crores in previous quarter, and it is now at 1,725 crores. These are very high levels of order book, for the industry and for Maharashtra Seamless as well. It is only indicative of the strong positioning that we have in the market and the strength of the market.
So I hope now you won't have any further shutdowns in quarter 2 and loss of production, sir. Yeah. Otherwise, excellent. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Harsh Saraswat, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi. My first question is, can you give an outlook on infra spend in a pre-election year, what your customers are saying? How does it look?
So it looks good because we continue to get orders from PSUs in the upstream and downstream segment. There is no slowdown on that part. Something which we are also pleased to inform you that very shortly we expect a good order in United Seamless from the first order in United Seamless from a PSU after that unit was acquired by us in 2020. We expect that to take place in the pre-election year, and therefore we do not estimate any slowdown of orders from PSUs. This is also reflective of the fact that we got an order from ONGC of around 536 crores backed by another order of around 235 crores.
Rather, it will increase.
Okay, so the spending is very strong.
They want to exhaust their budget and place all the orders before election.
Okay. And the second question is on the export outlook. So what is happening on the global level? Is there dumping happening by China in other countries, and is the prices also crashing globally for seamless pipes?
Dumping in the world market or Indian market?
In the world market, in US, Canada.
There is no dumping. Because of slowdown in certain rigs, rig count is low, so US demand is reduced. But the indication is that US, the pipe stock is reduced, so they want to buy more pipes now. And rig count is also going up. So, and here Russia and Ukraine is still on the war, so either Russia cannot export and Ukraine cannot produce these type of pipes. That's why the demand will go up again.
So no pricing pressure as of now globally?
Price has reduced. It has gone very high, so it has softened somewhat, but the demand will be there.
Got it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Mangesh Kulkarni from Almond Global Securities. Please go ahead. Mangesh, your line is in the talk mode. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Ma'am, sir, I just wanted to know what steps management is taking to on these erratic margins in the ERW segments. Like, they are very erratic, from 8,000 to 4,500, 4,900 and all these things. So, means you are giving the stable margin guidelines, but specifically in the ERW pipe segments, what kind of margins?
Basically, we have two segments in ERW. One is oil sector, government PSUs.
Right.
So there we get a better margin. And second segment is commercial, means dealers market or general market.
Right.
So the general market, the margin is low, and PSU margin is high.
Okay.
When we are executing the PSU order, so our margin goes high. But sometimes we stuck or we don't have orders, then we have to supply to the market.
Okay, sir. Yeah.
That is very
Understood. So, means this volatility will remain in the ERW pipe segment?
It will be, unless we are fully booked with the PSUs.
Okay, sir. Yeah. Right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Ankur, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes.
So my question is, as indicated earlier, that the promoter want to increase their shareholding.
Yes. We cannot hear you.
Ankur? Ankur, we are unable to hear you. As there's no response from the current participant, we'll move on to the next. That is on the line of Vikas Singh. Please proceed.
Hello, sir. Sir, I just need couple of clarifications. Firstly, that the hot mill upgrade in Nagothane, I just wanted to know the timeline when you would start the capex on that hot mill and by when you plan to finish it. And would that impact our current production lines, mainly a little bit longer shutdowns for some time because of this PQF mill upgradation?
Yeah, we'll take it after we complete the Telangana unit expansion. So, at present, there's no action on this item.
Understood. And what is the COD target for Telangana mill?
1 year from now.
1 year from now. Understood, sir. And sir, my second question is, till what level of cash balance we are more or less would be comfortable, and over and above that we would look for deployment in either through the dividends or by other means? Because we are generating huge cash flows every year. So till what level of cash balance we would be comfortable, and post that we would look to redistribute that additional cash to shareholders?
Well, it depends on how much growth we make. When we are growing, so we need more of cash flow in the working capital, and so working capital is increasing. Telangana unit also will increase the working capital, and of course that will generate profit also, and so we are looking for some opportunity if it can be there to acquire some plant. So it's difficult to answer the timeline.
Understood, sir.
Yeah.
That's all from my side.
Yeah.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vikas Singh for his closing comments.
On behalf of Phillip Capital, I would like to thank Maharashtra Seamless Management for giving us the opportunity to host a Concall. And for the closing comment, I would request Kaushal to give his closing remark. Kaushal, over to you.
Thank you, Vikas. Thank you, shareholders, for taking time out to join us on the call. We are pleased to update you about the company, and we are working towards enhancing shareholder value, and we are on the right track, and going forward we hope to provide greater returns to all our investors and improve the operations of the company so that we are able to ride through situations better. Thank you again for your time, and thank you, Mr. Jindal, for taking time out from his schedule and joining us on the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, members of the management team. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Phillip Capital India Private Limited, that concludes this conference call. We thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.